Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is the second weekend. Actually, I think it's the first weekend in February. And normally, this is the day that I'd be filming my next session of my Journey to the Overland solo role playing game. But I decided to take this weekend off, basically, in order just to let everyone get caught up. I think when we left, Maverick was pretty close to heading to Dwarf Haven to see if he could train as a Dragon Slayer. So that should be pretty interesting. I can show you how that works if he passes the training and how the training is conducted. But what I did decide to do today instead is to take out my encounter cards. And this is only half the deck. I couldn't get the whole deck on there. So let me show you the rest of the deck. It may be a little less than half. So this is the rest of the encounter deck. So I still have to get all of these on there after I clip it. My table wasn't big enough. But what I want to do is I am going to go through my miniature collection this weekend. And I'm going to try to put a miniature on top of each one of these cards. So that when I pull the cards in the game, I can just grab the miniatures. Now this is actually an extra deck I have. So this isn't the deck I play with, or otherwise, you know, I'd obviously have to pick up all the cards. So what I'm hoping to do is maybe put them in a baggie, maybe get a small baggie and put each card in there with the miniature, or maybe store them with the card underneath the miniatures. So that way during the game, when I pull up a card, I can just go grab the miniatures I've already selected, which is just a pretty cool thing. You don't have to do that. I mean, you could use the same miniature for a lot of these cards if you want it. Now, the one thing I'm trying to decide on is if you come down here, you can see this is a cultist card, right? Now, I could find one miniature for that, but if you see that says number present, there's 6. So really, I'm trying to debate whether I'm going to put the 6 on there or just 1. And there's a lot of these where there's only 1. But there's some of them where you encounter more than one character or entity. So I haven't made up my mind how I'm going to do that. And you like this asteroid, I'm probably going to model something for that. That looks pretty cool. So I'm going to try to see if I can create a little model to represent that. Little fun house. Maybe I'll get a little token like a Monopoly piece. Maybe build me a little, put it on a base and build that up so you see that on the board. But yeah, this is kind of the thing I really love about the game is it allows you to do some extra hobbying, you know, like a good role-playing game should. So those are some wolves. I just painted up some wolves for my, was it Conan? Or might have been Blood Rage Conan or Zombie Side, but I don't know if I'm going to use them or if I have some more. Winged Gargoyle, I just painted up something like that. And I know that was for Conan. The Winged Guardian, I think we've seen him before. The Weather Lord, which is basically a wizard. But, so, hopefully that's what I'm going to do this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to get through it or not, because this means I got to bust out all my miniatures and go through them. But it's kind of cold outside. Trying to debate whether I'm actually going to go anywhere or not. But, yeah, just kind of thought I'd show you guys what I'm working on this weekend. Stay tuned, because what I am also working on is a crossover game between Journey to the Overland and Frostgrave. And essentially, some parties are going to be leaving the Overland heading to Felstad, or Frostgrave, which in my game world is located up near a town called Igloo. There's like an archipelago of a lot of islands surrounded, and I'll show you it on my map. And one of those is apparently Felstad, also known as Frostgrave. And word has reached the king essentially that a weapon of power has been discovered there. A new weapon of power. In Journey to the Overland, there's 5 known weapons of power. But word is spreading that a new weapon of power has been discovered in Felstad. And so parties are now putting together or powers are now putting together parties to head into Frostgrave and find this weapon of power, if it actually exists.